ago, I got into coaching. Not really sure why. Maybe I wanted to give something back. Maybe I wanted to do right by the coaches that did right by me. For whatever reason, I decided to jump in. At the time, I didn't realize the amount of work that it took to really make an impact, make a difference in a team and in a player, to teach them the right things, to lead them down the right path, earn their respect, and try to get the commitment from them that you knew that they needed to become better, to elevate their game. This was not an easy thing to do. It was hard work. Long hours, come home, spend late nights up in front of a computer, running things down, adjusting practice plans, figuring out lines and how you can help individual players and the team as a whole, adjusting lineups, thinking about what players were going to show up the next day, what players are going to make it to practice, what players are going to make it to a game. And things haven't changed a lot from my time as a coach to when I was being coached. There hasn't been a lot of change. You have good coaches, you have bad coaches. You get the bad ones that yell at the kids or scream at them. Then other coaches that don't say a word at all, give no feedback. It's hard to say which one of those two is worse. But it makes me wonder, where are the good coaches? What have happened to them? Well, I don't consider myself a good coach. I don't consider myself a great coach. I consider myself a coach that's dedicated. I'm dedicated to the development of the team, players, teach them the right things, lead them down the right path. But there are frustrations that come into play when you have so many people involved. I've seen good coaches pushed to their breaking point by organizations, by parents, by other coaches, and by the players. These coaches dedicate their time, they volunteer it. They sit at home and go through practice plans and develop things to improve the kids the next day, the day after, with no guarantee that the kids are going to show up or even understand it. There's no thank yous. There's no salary. There's no benefits. Coaches do this because they feel that they can make a difference, that they owe something, that they want to give back to the organizations and the game that gave them so much. So what happens when all the good coaches get pushed out? Because of frustrations or just they've had enough. You're left with the bad ones. You're left with the ones that don't care. The ones that think they know everything. Have no problem letting everybody know that. I don't think people truly understand what it takes to be a coach, not only in hockey, but in a lot of sports out there, in every sport out there. They don't understand the time commitment, the travel, the work that's necessary, the long hours. These are the things that I think coaches really need parents, organizations, other players to understand. That when a practice plan is put together, it's not just thrown together, ripped out of a book. The good coaches, the ones that really want to make that difference, are designing these things from scratch a lot of the times, looking up references and resources to try to figure out how they can make a difference in these kids' hockey careers and in their lives in general. This can be derailed very quickly. So, is it worth it? Is all these long hours and time and effort and blood, sweat, and tears worth it? Well, some days yes, some days no. some days not a chance. But we hope that the more so, the days that it is worth it outnumber the others. And a thank you from a parent or one of the players is sometimes enough. But before somebody complains about a coach, I think they should truly understand what it takes to be a coach. And it's not just the time on the ice that you see, the time on the bench when they're trying to rally their team who's down 2 goals, or comfort that player that just made a mistake that could have cost their team the game. There's a lot more to it than that. I think it would serve all players and parents very well to truly understand what it takes to stand behind that bench and try to lead this team. I'm not saying we deserve your admiration. I'm not saying that you need to shower us with praise. What I'm saying is, seek to understand the time commitment and the energy commitment that goes into this. Understand that a coach truly wants what's best for your child. If you don't, you're going to be left with the bad ones. You're going to be left with the coaches that truly don't care. All they want to do is put another tick in the win column, get that provincial championship, and they'll step on anyone and any kid to do it. These are the coaches that burn kids out of hockey, that push them out of hockey, make them feel like they're less than the kid sitting next to them. It's not a coach, it's a bully. So if you want to see your organization, your team, and your child progress under the guides of a good coach, seek to understand. Respect what these men and women are doing to help your child. See you on the ice. And remember, practice like you play.